Hey guys, we're here with a new series. This is called Lucid9. It has a subtitle on it. Hold on, let me open the Steam store page. Hold on. Lucid9 Inciting Incident. So just, I know absolutely nothing about this game except for what some of the story page says. The description is, Lucid9 is a visual novel focused on a web of intricate mysteries set in the fictional 2018 metropolis of Isamu. Lucid9 Inciting Incident is the first part of the story, focusing on a string of disappearances that occur at a prestigious uppity boarding academy. Oh, I didn't know there's like a sequel. Well, I don't think there's a sequel out yet, but I didn't know that. And this is an English, like originally English visual novel, so it's like a Western again. I've heard it's good. I've been playing a lot of Western visual novels lately, and I don't mind that. Because A, and all, they're usually easy to record because Japanese companies are like, no recording. But, you know, English companies are like, yeah, go ahead. And I've read some of the story page, which it's interesting. Like the first line of the story is, "You're a murderer." And then it goes back to 1 day prior, 3 days prior, 10 days prior, so on. Like, don't know what's gonna happen. I'm expecting maybe like a tone shift, somewhere like, you know, like, I don't think it'll be as extreme as Doki Doki Literature Club, but the title of this reminds me of a series of games I haven't played. I think they're made by the same guy who made 999 in that series. Like, Ever 17's the big one. There's also like Never 7 and another one, I think. It's under extras, achievements, and CG. Oh, and music room. Don't have any CGs. There's not a lot. Oh, I just accidentally shook the window a little. So now you guys can see a little black bar. That should be good. Okay. Start. I stepped back and examined my masterpiece. Perfect. My favorite color. Hold on. Menu. No. Settings. Text speed, just that. There. I've always loved red. Maybe a bit too fast. I don't like it to be instant, but I don't like it to be slow either. I've always loved red. It's different. Brilliant, vibrant, unusual. Happy anomaly. MC Coon, you didn't kill anyone, did you? Just like me. Red isn't much for nature, really only shows up in autumn. Even then, it's a dreary rust or nauseating cherry. We can't just have that. That one deserves so much more. So are you playing as like, are we starting from 10 days, like present day and going into the past? Not sure. Whispering breeze filters through my thoughts, brushing against my skin with icy fingers. Allow myself a moment to pause, to relish, to admire, to welcome the fresh sun of freedom. This is what I live for. When I open my eyes, I spot a frail leaf dancing upon the backbone of the passing wind, lifting the world with its appalling shade of asparagus? Is asparagus a color? I pluck it from this branch with the edges of my stained fingernails. Disgusting. How anyone could enjoy this color eludes me. A soft ground redirects my attention to my waiting masterpiece. It's lovely, really. Spread across the ground, face contorted with fear, twitching, cold fingers clutching it up in the air. Not my best work, unfortunately. Canvas died much quicker than I had originally expected. Even when I tried to carve a bit silver. What do you mean the canvas died? Well, no matter. Today it should be a palette for my paint. Make quick work of my new palette's chest, ignoring the twitching of post-mortem reflexes from its mutilated kneecaps. The sweet color of red, true crimson, pure scarlet, sinks down its pallid abdomen, looking at the blossoming turf below. I think this canvas might be a person, and the red is blood. Like, I know I'm a pretty smart guy, so you guys might not have realized this, but I'm pretty sure that's load. I like this UI. Oh, that's skip. Okay. Sweet stuff wafts to my nostrils. I don't know if this has multiple endings or not. Like, I know nothing. I know there's 13 achievements on Steam, so that leads me to believe there's different endings. But they all could just be like, you know, get to chapter 1, chapter 2, so on. It smells of iron, of rust, of all things sharp and beautiful. Now, a new canvas. Check my surroundings, evaluating the surfaces and textures and sizes and shapes of every object in sight. and they're quite so satisfactory as human skin with, yeah, it could be a human, with its elasticity, I know I didn't say that right, its porous absorption, its innately warm tint, but a substitute is required, so a substitute I must find. Is the music volume fine? I already reduced it. I didn't want to check it because I didn't want any spoilers going in, like even the first line of the game. So hopefully this is fine. If not, I'll check it after this episode and make any adjustments I need to. Still holding that eyesore of a leaf in my hand. All I suppose it will have to do. In one bold, fluid stroke, he split my paint across the leaf, the very essence of Van Gogh himself. Ah yes, dear Vincent. The man cut off his own ear to send a message when words just didn't suffice. I always admired his style. Take a moment. That's the guy who shot himself, right? I know that because JoJo's. Take a moment to appreciate the leaf's newfound radiance before searching for a proper display. Something like this deserves to be exhibited. I hang my canvas back on its branch. That's better. If only there were more of this color in the world. The unexpected interlude of my phone drives me out of my thoughts. The irritating thing just loves. This irritating thing. The irritating thing just loves to ruin the climax. Yes. Is it done? You're always in such a rush. Well? Yes, it's done. I was having a moment. There's more where that came from. You interrupted me. You're the one who wanted to know when it was finished. A thrill leaps through my veins as my lips fall into a tenuous smile. Well, is it? Same time, same place as usual. You know the drill. I nearly clapped my hands together, but mastered myself for one final word. Understood. I cut the transmission and eagerly withdraw a small bottle from within my jacket. Only one pill left, but no matter what, I'll be getting more soon enough. But no matter. I popped the final capsule into my mouth, puncturing its skin with my teeth, then rolling the bitter gel over my tongue. Now this is life. As a wave of euphoria swoops over me, I turn away from my handiwork, swirling out of the meadow. Today's fun is over, but tomorrow will hold just as many pleasures. Ma Yama Ishimoto! Huh? So is this... The Steam page referred to it as a OELVN, which is an original English language visual novel, I believe. But, you know, Japanese names, the art could pass for, you know, being made in Japan from what I've seen on the Storm page. Like, kind of has that amateur look to it, but it can still pass. Like, it's in a fluid anime style. Like, you know, a lot of times, even games that want to do an anime style in the West, they tend to make their own, like, innovate on the style a little. Whether that's good or bad, I won't comment, because it's different for every case, really. Yeah. Anyway. Sluggishly pull my head upward, fixing my eyes on the woman at the front of the classroom. Are you even listening? I had an instinctive smirk. Technically, no. I've always found napping more appealing than relearning history that's been drilled into me since age 6. Not that I can actually say that. In all honesty, this teacher doesn't deserve that kind of callous response. Yes, ma'am. Oh, okay, I was kind of thinking he was edgy, but he's not edgy. Okay. Perfect. Summarize the whole section we've been reviewing. Glanced at the touchscreen board mounted behind the teacher, quickly skimming over the graphics and typography hovering on its surface. History of Osamu, our glorious metropolis. Oh, exposition! Thank you! Beginning 2000 AD. Easy. Life was really boring for a while. More than dent, more than more, and basically doing nothing interesting. Teacher slips person to a thin line as the classroom erupts into snickers, for the slightest tinge of regret ingrained in my sarcasm. Then, in 2007, America entered a debt crisis that caused a worldwide financial crash. Japan was one of the countries most affected by this, well, second to China. Why might that be? Because we were dumb about who we partnered with. She taps her fingers impatiently on her desk, her eyes narrowing into slits. Well, she asked me to summarize the chapter. She didn't ask me how. Anyways, our glorious government didn't handle the situation so hot, so we had a lovely depression with all-time highs of unemployment and crime. Good effort, gold star. The teacher when crime goes up in Japan, like instead of 2 people like stealing a Snickers bar, like a third guy like steals like a Hershey's bar. He's courageous. What's better, Hershey's or Snickers? I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of Snickers, but I mean, not really a fan of Hershey's either. When was the last time I had either of them? Long time. The teacher waves her hand as the class roars with laughter. Right, that's enough. I'll be needing to talk to you after class about your attitude, young man. Meh, neither news, grass is green. Elizabeth, perhaps you can salvage this explanation. Why is your name Elizabeth when he has a Japanese name? Is she a foreigner, but she doesn't have blonde hair and blue eyes? Although I kind of like the pinkish purple, combo she has. She gestures effusively to my right where my lavender-haired classmate sit. Her spine is straight as a ruler. I feel a curdle of distaste in the pit of my stomach as I lounge against my chair. Of course, Elizabeth Oshiro, class valedictorian, school poster child, the area's golden girl. Nap time. Settle my head in my arms as Elizabeth leaps to her feet, smiling warmly. I want to protect that smile. You see, they did the little thing where there's a blank between the smile. I don't know why they do that, but certainly, during this time, Japan fell into chaos. Public demonstrations, often violent, occurred almost every day. Furthermore, political scandals regarding the national government kept spreading. The teacher relaxes at Elizabeth's textbook recitation. She even shoots a quick glare in my direction, as if to say, see, why can't you be like Elizabeth? Eventually, local political powers became more effective than the centralized administration. That's why Isamu operates as smoothly as it does. Yes, thanks to the mayor's efforts. Perfectly done, Elizabeth. Elizabeth smiles primly and settles back into her seat, fixing her eyes on me with challenging disapproval. I only shrug my shoulders, setting her an easy smirk. The art reminds me of the kind of art you'd see in like a visual novel made around 2007-ish. Which I wasn't playing visual novels back then, but I played visual novels made back then. Beautiful and brainy. She might be worth enough to make my list. Oh, he has a list of the hottest girls. He has like A tier, B tier, C tier. Glances to my left just in time to catch another classmate, Hiko Ikari, winking conspicuously at Elizabeth. She clearly ignores him. So, which one's the first name, which one's the last name? Because, is Yahiko his first name, or did they switch it? Did they switch it, or is Yahiko's last name? That's Yahiko for you. I'll assume they switched it. I can't remember a day when he hasn't tried to flirt with some girl or another. Or can I remember a day where he wasn't flat out rejected? Technically, he's my former roommate, which makes him my friend of 2 years. That close of a friend? Well, that's up for debate. Huh, he managed to deflect my charms! I wonder how. Me too! I love this guy. No one can resist the Yahiko Ikari. Yahiko! Yahiko clamps his mouth shut at the teacher's strident comment. That might be his last name then. She leans heavily against her desk, massaging her temples with her fingers. Alright class, thanks to Elizabeth, we've seen where we come from. I'm sure you're all wondering what the point of this history recap was. I really know. Let's study the past to understand the future. As such, it's imperative that the next topic be taken seriously. So, where do you all see yourselves 10 years from now? Dead. Barely able to stifle a snort. There's only what, the second day of school? Sure, this is a third-year class. Sure, we're preparing for the college entrance exams. Does that mean we have to know exactly what we want to do for the rest of our lives? Teacher fondly looks at me, a hard glint in her eye. Yama Ishimoto, perhaps you'd like to get us started. Tempted to say no thank you, but that'd be pretty rude. Thank you for saying that, that'd be pretty rude. I'll manage my parents' restaurant, I guess. Teacher's lips tighten ever so slightly. I know what she's thinking. No passion, no ambition. You'll be a failure at this one. I'll pay the bills. What more can I ask for? Really, dude? Out of anything you could have picked? With a restaurant manager? Well, what do you suggest? Add a bunch more, dude. Like women. And cars. Criticizing me for lack of imagination. Come on, it's 10 years. Anything can happen. Teacher shoots him a disapproving glare as his voice raises dramatically in volume. Ah, Yahiko, thank you for volunteering. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Yahiko beams, and I feel a sudden sense of dread. Here goes his dream, the one I've heard no less than 200 times before. Well, teach. See myself with a Ferrari F500 under one arm, a Lamborghini Aventador 704 under the other, and a lot of beautiful women in between, fighting for the honorable privilege of bearing my children. The class stares at him. Ah, heck, let's have some fun. I whisper to him. What about the mansion? Alright! Take all that and put it in front of a 20,000 square foot mansion, tended to by the staff of 1,000 maids. Where's it located? Oh, it's in the Caribbean. An island. Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? Is that just dialect? I don't know. Man-made island specifically constructed just for me with my name laser engraved into the hill, so that every plane that flies by sees that it belongs to... That's quite enough, Yahiko. Thank you for your input. Clearly she doesn't believe in this dream. Actually, I don't think anyone except Yahiko believes in this dream. I love Yahiko. He's best girl. Can we romance him? But again, Yahiko has enough belief to make up for everyone else. Is this a romance visual novel? I mean, there's girls on the title screen. Now, Yumeko. I thought that said Umideko at first. What about you? So yesterday, classmates drawn out about joining some kind of mega corporation like Lemsicate or Way Forward Pharmaceuticals, then close to Yahiko. I forgot something. I did? The yacht, the walk-in closet just for designer shoes, the private jet, second mansion in Tahiti. Ah, crap, I did! Hey, teach! Fortunately for the teacher, the school bell rings before he can grab our attention. Classmates immediately shove their belongings into their bag and bolt for the door. Meanwhile, Yahiko will head straight for the teacher's desk, eyes lit with excitement as he gabbers on and on about his yacht and his designer shoes and his private jet and his second mansion in Tahiti. I don't know where that is, I'm sorry. Let's look. Tahiti. Oh, I spelled that. I put a Z instead of A, but they picked it up. That's the largest island in the French Polynesia. Well, in French Polynesia. Let's look at images for a map. No, I don't want images of it. I want... Okay, maps. Zoom out. Keep zooming out. That's the South Pacific. Okay. So it's south of Hawaii. Okay. And northeast of New Zealand. Is New Zealand even real? Like, have you guys ever met someone from New Zealand? I mean, I've met someone in a game from New Zealand, but and he could have easily been lying. I'm not good at geography. Except I can point to all the US states on a map and Canada. I know where Canada is. A restaurant manager, huh? Then there's Elizabeth. Slipping into Yahiko's now vacant seat, she shifts her backpack's weight to the desk and raises a patronizing eyebrow at me. Well, sorry for being realistic, Miss CEO of a mega corporation. Sorry that I actually have ambition, Mr. Manager of the family restaurant. What? Should I have talked about having a mansion and cars and maids on my own personal island? You don't even shoot for a restaurant not owned by your parents. And they'll kick the bucket one day. Might as well be the one who takes over. Have some respect, would you? Stay here at that. Respect me? Do you know who I am? I'm an edgy teenager. Flash her a bright, overly friendly smile. See you around, Lizzie. She fumes, but forces herself to take a deep breath until her expression stills. Unfortunately. Huh, that's a pretty nice comeback. I'll give her that much. Elizabeth is like the perfect name for nicknames. Like, you want to go Liz? Go Liz. You want to go Beth? Go Beth. You want to go somewhere in between? Go somewhere in between. Like, you can go Liza. You can go Lizabah. You can go Eliza. You can go, Beth. You can go Lizzie, like you said. You can go Bethy. Bethany. I mean, I don't think anyone will do that, but... Name a name with more nicknames. Beth, stop for lunch. I want to protect that smile. I want to protect Pocket Girl. A student slides through the door with a warm smile and a wave. Recognize her as the girl who's always with Elizabeth. Won't know much about her. In the blink of an eye, Elizabeth's face softens into a friendly grin. I'll be right here. There. Yep, just in case it wasn't clear enough, her hate is directed exclusively at me. She's the queen of angels to everyone else. Particularly this girl, who I guess is the closest thing she has to a friend. Oh, Ishimoto, it's been a pleasure. I bet it has. She lifts her chin and simply walks out of the room, nearly bumping into a startled Yahiko on the way out. As a train of second years, probably her groupies, pull her away, Yahiko slips next to me. Why did she talk to you? Not me, the great Yahiko Ikari! I love this guy. Maybe because there's a limit to how many brain cells she's willing to sacrifice for conversation. Beats me, she's been doing that for a while. Really? We were in the same class last year. Really? Not surprised that he's just learned about this. I don't know why I'm already liking this guy so much. Like, I wasn't really a big fan of Sunaharia and Clannad. And, in Little Busters, I guess his closest comparison is Masato. And Masato's okay, but don't really feel strongly towards him. Although I haven't finished Little Busters yet, so refrain could change that. I'm not sure what refrain goes into, but I assume the original Little Busters will get a flashback at least or something. Then again, to be fair, don't talk to Yahiko much about my personal life. Yeah, something like that. It's not important. Wait, hold on. We were in the same class last year. Okay. And then he just revealed, oh yeah, I was a serial killer. Yahiko evaluates me for a second with an unusually stoic expression, but quickly shakes it off, his face melting into a grin. So, what do you think about my dream earlier? This again. Second time, maybe we should have kept talking about Elizabeth. Same as the other 200 times you've told me. It hasn't been too hot. Has it really? 203 to be exact. Huh. So that means you think it's amazing, right? Totally. Like it's the best dream in history. It's so original. And realistic. Thanks, dude. But I don't think you're aiming high enough. Huh? What should I add? Aim for the moon. He gasps as if that's the best idea ever. Poor soul. Get Tahiti. Mansion. On the moon? You'd be the first. Probably the last. Moon Hotel! Just think about the possibilities. No one's ever even set foot on the moon. Oh. Is this in an alternate history? Imagine how famous I'll be if I build a mansion there. No one's even set foot? Seriously? Okay. And then I stepped into the conversation at the wrong time, where someone just came up with a really stupid idea. Enter Yui Hayata, my friend of 10 years. Technically, she's a grade lower than me, but that doesn't stop us from hanging out. Childhood friend. Hitting all the check marks. She stuck with me through thick and thin. She probably knows me better than I know myself. Beside her stands Masato Karogane, hardy in both build and person. That's just Masato! Little Busters! That's Masato! I'd describe it in one word, I'd use fire. I'd use muscle. Easily antagonized, hard to put out, blazes every obstacle out of his way. Afternoon, little daisies. What's going on here? Gonna build a vacation home on the moon. Somehow I can't say I'm surprised. I know, right? I'm brilliant. Think, the first man on the moon, the first man to build a mansion on it. So usually my opinion of Western visual novels lowers when they use, Japanese setting, Japanese tropes. Like, well, a lot of them at that. I don't know how far you'll go, but we have stupid best friend, we have childhood friend. But I don't know, I don't feel that way towards this one. I don't know why. You're so bright, you're blinding me. What have you been telling him? That a giant leap for him is a small step for mankind. Just to think about that for a moment, but I'm rewarded with a smirk. Clever. I know. That's not very clever. Look, if you kids are done yapping, Yama and I gotta head to track. What? I don't think Yama's running again this year. Yama's me, right? I'm in track. Of course he is. This is news to me. This doesn't seem like a good idea, considering you only went to one practice last year and ditched the rest. Well, he ain't ditching this year. Ain't that right, man? Well, now that you mentioned it. What's that? You guys didn't even win last year, Masato. I don't need to make a big deal. Subtle-sized flare with, shouldn't you practice? If you don't try, you're not gonna win. His eyes flare with instinctual need to prove the worthiness of track. Or what in this year? Got a secret weapon. Really? Subtle lights up at Yui's apparent interest. See, we lost last year because we didn't have good names. This year, I've got a great one. Pauses for dramatic effect. My realist Masa! Pretty good. I like your eyes. Well, at the very least, this is a pretty good opportunity to joke around. Oh, that's fantastic! I'll call myself Speed of Light, Mountain Destroyer, and strike a pose. The heck? You should rename yourself to Streaking Shadow, Dark Eradicator, then it will be unstoppable. Ain't no way I'm going with that. Yeah, he's using great with sarcasm. Smirk at him, but before I can elaborate, the PA above us crackles to life. The club fair is officially open in the courtyard. Feel free to drop by and check out some of what you fellow students have planned. Your fellow students have planned. Already, it's just the second day. Maybe the school's just making everything happen faster this year. Don't really see why. Sama Imperial Boating Academy has always done well for itself, even throughout the recession, so don't need to change things now. We're at 24 minutes. Hey, it's club time. Let's go take a look. No thanks. I'd rather just not be blacklisted. What's that mean? It means she's afraid to go with you. Allow China so much that the other clubs won't be interested in her. Ooh! Yui glares at me, only wink back. Well, shouldn't worry that much, my dear Yui. Sure, I can use my substantial sphere of influence to get you a good spot. Or in a club, you know. Drama club. Oh. Right. She's been in the drama club since last year. Somehow, he's still forgotten. And what was Yama talking about? Nothing, just acting like an idiot as usual. Well, you know what they say. Like a check's like. Yui elbows me sharply in the ribs, but her lips are pulling up at the corners. They also say opposites attract. Yeah, I don't know which one you are. She slaps me playfully on the arm as Masato and Yahiko watch with blank stares. Did I just miss something? No more than you usually do. Yahiko frowns for a moment, but eventually shrugs the exchange off. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I need to find myself a club to grace over my innumerable talents. They're innumerable, alright. So without further ado, I bid thee farewell. He turns with a flourish of his hand, and Yui calls after him. You know that we'll be there, right? Huh? Club recruitment day. All the clubs will be here, including Shaq and Jama. Oh. I'll see you there! He whisks out of the room. You come to man the track booth, yeah? Me? Looking for the track's poster child. In fact, I'd probably just scare away potential recruits. Don't think like that. You'd be a great asset, man. You just gotta believe! AKA every movie theme ever. They exchange snickers, but Masato grabs my arm. Really, man? You coming? Surprised by his sudden intensity, I contemplated for a moment. Doesn't take long. Sure, why not? Really? Not like I have anything else to do. Masato grins, releasing my arm. Good. Gotta go set up. I'm expecting you there. What was? Was there like a square transition there? Transition there. I didn't see, but I don't know. Dashes out of the room after a quick wave to Yui. She smiles back and promptly turns to me. Have you figured out why I want you in track so badly? Not a clue. She hesitates for a moment and glances around the room. You know, you could join drama club instead. We have a valid excuse for Masato. I think you just asked why I joined a different club when I could have joined track. But still, I think you'd really like it. Fax machine! Nobody even knows what you are! I'll stop. That's a joke I did for the first time like 3 years ago. Well, how long has it been? I started... Yeah, that was 3 years ago. I'm on my 3rd year. I'll be entering my 4th year in a couple weeks. Wow. Been doing YouTube for almost 3 years now. My big boy. Honestly, it sounds like it could have been pretty fun. Yuri seems to enjoy it. She often claims that it's just like when we played make-believe as kids. Make-believe is one of the few things I don't mind doing. What, is this my 4th year? Okay, hold on. I started in 2014, 2015. This is my 4th year! I'll be entering my 5th year! Wow. I have no subscribers based off my age. Make-believe is one of the few times that I don't mind doing. So much work. It's no more work than Shaq, idiot. Besides, it could be really fun. I'll take your word for it. She rolls her eyes and shoulders her bag. Well, fine, Mr. Grumpy Pants. Some of us have club booths to manage, so I'm gonna get going. I'll go with you. Walking step to the door, almost into freedom, and the shredded voice of the teacher rips through the air. Ahem! Yama Ishimoto? Surely you didn't expect to escape so easily. Ah yes, my attitude problems. Turning to Yui, suddenly pleading. Bail me out. Not a chance. What? What? What's character? I want to protect that. Plenty of character. Come on, throw up a distraction. For me? Throw in a shameless dose of puppy eye. She only pokes my forehead, sticking her tongue out. And do not encourage this behavior, Yui. You win some, you lose some. Just be glad it's with the teacher instead of the police. She darts off as I go falteringly after her. At least the police won't bore me to tears. What was that, young man? Turn to find the teacher hovering right behind me. Whoops. Nothing. Great weather we're having, huh? She doesn't seem amused. At this point, What point? It's the second day of school. Unless she's referring to teaching me last year. Come to think of it, yeah, that's highly possible. It's clear that detention is doing nothing for your toxic behavior. Well, yeah, because I can nap in detention. Therefore, I've taken the liberty of recommending you therapeutic mentorship, which will take place on campus at the discretion of our dorm manager. Requirements will be 1 hour, 5 days a week. The mentor will need to sign off on every visit. And what now? Are you scheduling brainwashing sessions for me? I mean, I don't think it's going to be like exactly like that, but I kind of get the vibe that this is kind of, the whole city's kind of corrupt, is a word? Excuse me? You might have other ideas, young man, but civility and respect are integral cornerstones of our modern society. If it does result in scrubbing away some of the arrogance of yours, then I say good riddance. Oh, drop my phone. I'm struck by this unusually passionate outburst from her. She slows her breath, shaking as she grabs a book and envelope at me. Take this to Mr. Yota's office. You know where it is. Tiny pinch of the tension releases. Mr. Yota's the mentor? Maybe this won't be so bad. Give the book a once-over. The cover is somber and then 100% boring. Block letters proclaim primates of the 21st century. 100 plus correctional techniques to improve the mindset of any underdeveloped adolescents. Oh geez, I'm honored. Take it. I take it. Goodbye, Yama Ishimoto. May we never meet again. She glances out of the classroom, clearly fed up with my shenanigans. Should we call it there? I don't think we're gonna get a better calling place, so I have a lot of save. Well, we have what, 60? 64. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time with some more of the Lucid9. I know I said I would be doing this all weekend, which I will be, but I'm just gonna take a bit of a break. I just woke up, basically, so you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Go play some games. That's what I do when I wake up. Yeah, I'll be back though. I'll probably start playing again around noon after I eat lunch. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye.